Hi, VAP-Chan here, and since it's Christmas, I thought I'd talk about my favorite Christmas special of all time. It's not one of the ones you're thinking of, although I watched all the same ones you did as a kid. The Rankin Bass specials, A Charlie Brown Christmas, the yearly Cartoon Network airing of the Pac-Man Christmas episode. There are literally thousands of Christmas specials, and it's always interesting to think about which ones air year after year, and which ones end up forgotten. Earlier this year, that Soulmates cartoon was finally found after years of searching, for instance, and there's a special I saw as a kid, some claymation thing about Santa having to be impersonated by an Australian guy. ABC Family hyped that one up all to hell, and then only aired it once. I can't even remember what it was called. But I'm not here to talk about something that's deservedly forgotten. I'm here to talk about a rarish gem that somehow managed to fall through the cracks in the years since it first aired. The Minky Momo Christmas episode, Onegai Santa Claus. Now, anyone who knows me knows Minky Momo is my favorite anime of all time, and one of my favorite animated things in general. I'm not going to give you the full history of the show here. I have a video planned all about that for the future. I'll just say for now that everything you've been told about Momo in clickbaity YouTube videos and listicles is a half-truth at most. For one thing, the show itself was never lost media. It's been kinda covered up for reasons I'll talk about in a later video, but it was never lost. The Japanese original, as well as most of the European dubs, are easy to get on DVD, and they still rerun the show in France every few years. The English dub is partially lost, but the same can be said for a lot of other anime dubs from the 80s and 90s. But this is one of the episodes where the dub has survived, taped by an Australian guy, not the claymation one from earlier, in 1987 for his niece. Now, let's get into it. The episode opens on Momo and her Earth parents checking out the Christmas decorations in the town. Minky Momo canonically takes place around Chicago, as seen in the episode where her grandfather is a caricature of Al Capone. Illinois-based viewers, does it actually look this good there at Christmas?
Oh, by the way, Gigi, what would you like for Christmas?
Oh yeah, her name's Gigi in the dub, apparently as a tribute to Jihan Agrama, daughter of the founder of Harmony Gold. So, Momo has no idea what Christmas is. They don't celebrate it on Narsha. But Momo does know about Santa Claus, as they were friends back on Narsha.
Holy smokes, it's Santa Claus! Oh boy! So Santa Claus gives gifts to everybody on Christmas, is that it?
Sure.
A scene later in the episode says that Santa's a separate person from the historical St. Nicholas.
My word! Huh? According to this encyclopedia, St. Nicholas was a man who lived in the 4th century who gave gifts to poor children.
But bonkers! Santa Claus is...
Holy crap, it's Cam Clark. So this little asshole shows up and starts harassing the guy playing Santa.
Hi! Listen, are you Santa Claus or a fake?
He's named Paul in the Japanese version, but in the English dub his name keeps switching between Paul and Billy.
Billy? Paul?
Billy.
Paul.
One of Paul's friends flashes back to the time he met Santa, but Santa's actually... Oh yeah, this isn't really a shocking twist for people who haven't seen the other episodes featuring this guy. This is Lupin, a thief who's friends with Momo. He's in a few other episodes, and is probably one of the reasons why this show never had a chance in America, as you can't really show a thief as a hero on American kids' TV. I love Momo's face here, by the way.
No, he wasn't, because every Christmas morning
Well, I'm gonna find out whether there is or not. I wrote this letter to Santa Claus. If he's real, then he can prove it by answering me.
It turns out Paul doesn't believe in Santa because he's an orphan and doesn't get Christmas presents. The dub says he lives with his aunt, but they don't actually show her during the episode. Back at the footage I showed earlier, Momo and the pets are discussing Santa and why some kids aren't getting anything. Momo decides to make sure Paul's letter is properly delivered to Santa and says this.
I want to see Santa anyways. I haven't seen him in a long time. He used to tell me how cute I am.
Heh. Yet another thing you can't do in an American kids show. Make Santa a member of the Cunny Club. Also, Momo looks really hot in this pose. Have I successfully alienated all the normies who stumbled across this video thinking it was going to be regurgitating the curse lie yet? At the post office, Momo talks to another Cam Clark role, who doesn't seem to be much help. And then, the show does something I have never seen done in any other Christmas special.
I was wondering if they can deliver it.
There's no zip code, he has no route number, mailbox, or street address, I'm afraid.
Yep, according to Minky Momo, and this is made even clearer later in the episode, Santa hasn't actually delivered any presents in a long time because the letters aren't being delivered to him. It's a far more satisfactory explanation than anything I've heard elsewhere. So Momo decides to deliver Paul's letter personally, and Momo's so friggin' cute there. Momo and the pets follow after the mail truck in their flying Winnebago. The truck pulls into a warehouse, and Momo turns into her red cat persona to sneak in and investigate. Momo also transformed into the red cat in episodes 12 and 56, and in the film La Ronde in My Dream. The Cam Clark postal worker from earlier, along with some others, is in a warehouse responding to kids' letters to Santa. The postal worker calls Paul Billy, and Momo calls him Paul again in the next line. Wait, what if that's intentional? What if the idea is supposed to be Paul lied about his name, knowing that the real Santa would notice it? If so, that's actually really clever.
Billy, Paul. Billy. Paul.
Sorry, VAP, but your Paul theory sucks. As Cam Clark and the other guy leave, Momo and the pets break into the warehouse and steal the letters to deliver them to Santa.
I only wish there had been some other way. I feel like a thief.
I never saw this special as a kid, but I always pictured Santa living in an ice formation like that. Viewers, are there any other Christmas specials I could have seen as a kid that had that? Momo finds Santa, who's looking pretty haggard because he thinks the children of Earth have stopped believing in him. I like how he's only a little bit taller than Momo. It makes him way cuter than a lot of other animated Santas. We then cut to Momo's space parents, who somehow forgot that Santa's on Earth. Usually it's her Earth parents that are really unobservant. Oh yeah, the Minky Momo version of Santa also doesn't have elves. Instead, he's got a Bertha-esque machine that makes the toys. I've seen other Christmas cartoons that portray Santa using a machine as a bad thing, but here it's not even commented on. Kind of a rare non-Luddite Christmas special.
They don't believe in me anymore.
That's not so. There are a whole lot of children that still believe in Santa Claus. There's something I want to show you. There. Look.
This special also has the most satisfactory explanation I've seen of how Santa's able to deliver everything in one night. He clones himself. Santa flies off yelling his catchphrase as Momo and the pets follow him. Momo decides to help Santa in her red cat persona, but there's an almost subliminal message of her in an actual Santa suit. Normally I wouldn't care about spoiling the ending of a 40-year-old show, but I really want people to watch this for themselves, so I'll just say, the ending, like a lot of Minky Momo, is incredibly heartwarming. By the way, those of you who watch a lot of 80s cartoons may have already noticed something familiar about a lot of the adults in this show. And that's because a mask was farmed out to the same studio that did Minky Momo, Ashipro. And I suppose that can mess with the logic of the whole lie about Momo being cursed. If Minky Momo is cursed, is everything the studio did cursed? Does the curse go over to things they animated but didn't create, like Mask? Does the curse go over to toys based on their shows? Will toy collectors bring a curse upon themselves by owning the Mask toys? Yeah. Well, that's the Minky Momo Christmas episode, and my Christmas episode too. Maybe Santa will bring me a non-crappy microphone so I don't have to claim my laptop's loud-ass fan as a model airplane engine again. I'll try to have the Muppet Musicians of Bremen video out at some point early in the new year.